King Freak Nicholas. Rose killed Jacob. Jacob wanted to play the role, and he did on his 12th birthday. It was his choice. He was keen to do it. He wasn't coerced. He wasn't pressured. He wanted to do it. And so he played the role gracefully. I can feel it. Yiming Yuan, suffering torture. Ida caned DJ Ming. Fred Lobster. Cruel Demon Lady. Ida will torture Grace. Bee-Wasp. Cruel Ida's stinger. Fire. Prolonged agony. Henry. The Drone Wasp. Lucifer. Bratty DJ. Stung by Ida. The Wasp. Bloody Rose. Dead Victim. Dr. Sleep. Rose the Hat. Aspen Tree. Leaf Trembling. Jacob, the one chosen by Brutal Rose. The Hat. Jake Wetterling. Jacob the Young Victim. Jacob Wetterling. Danny. Heinrich. The Dark Tower. Prisoner, Jacob Steam. DJ Ming. Atlantic Storm 20. Teresa. Fangs of the Vampire, Sucking Steam. Cruel Queen, Jadis. Young Queen of Narnia. Sucking. The nice energy. Out of the entire globe. Enslaved humans of Jadis. Cruel impersonator of God. Fucking monster, sucking the human blood out of the cold slaves. Angelic Boy, Yiming Yuan, convicted criminal, caning cuts of Yiming Yuan. An angel, imprisoned and tortured. And the torturers have disguised themselves as Christian angels. Law enforcers. Flogged boy. I do not save the nice young captive. I do not forgive. Divine caning trestle. Ravenna. Lady without mercy. Pure steam. Empowered the demonic vampire lady. Rose. The evil vampire. Ravenna. The prisoner. Bad DJ Ming. The empowering steam of the evil queen Ravenna. Poisoned apple for Snow White. The dead Princess Grace. Storm monster revolves around. Funneled down vortex. Pure steam from caning the former DJ. The evil sadistic Rose the Hat was torture for Bradley. Plain to see the boy's scary agony. Torture. The sadist. Bloody Rose. The cruel Atlantic monster. Vortex. Funneling down. Taking the steam and funneling it down to the Dark One. The bad, violent storm prophecy of Tuesday. October 5. Murderer. October 5. Disturbed cruel sadist. Jack Maud. Jack, sucking the lifeblood out of them. The freaky Overlook Hotel sign. Hopping mad, Jack Torrance. The caretaker. Bad boy, Danny Torrance. Stephen King. Dream writer of the Dark Tower. Unsettling times of the disturbed Dark One. Hurricane Rose. Dangerous Atlantic Ocean. Major Hurricane Teresa. Empowered by the steam. No consent means no light. Danny sucks the steam out of the angel boy. Jacob. Jacob Tremblay becomes the conduit. Saint Joseph. Child Jacob. Murder victim. The dead boy of Saint Joseph. The dream of Jacob Tremblay. He's the messenger of Jacob Wetterling. Abduction. Victim Jacob. Dark Tower boy Jake Chambers releases valuable purified steam. The psychic prophecy of the dead boy. Zombie boy. 11-year-old Jacob's black dream of the 13th. Friday of Yiming Yuan. The boy with grace. The black cat superstition. Like the black crow. Black wings. Steam of Henry the Drone. Wasp boy delinquent. September 6. Martin Swain. Bad Mirror Boy. I am Selwyn Swain. Bad Mirror Boy. Golden Daffodils. Against a backdrop of lush green. Henry. Princess Grace. Jacob Tremblay. Rob Zombie fan. Dad is 14. DJ is 14. Download. The Triumph of King Freak. 6 years before it was written. The boy Jacob was graceful. Jacob, the one riding his bike downhill fast. Dr. Sleep. Red Rain. Patients are all dead people. Tom Taylor, the brunette playing the part of the zombie boy in my dream. He is healthy. Jacob Tremblay, the steamhead, working overtime, making movies after dark. Steaming Crypt of Jacob Tremblay. Danny Lloyd. Steam. Jacob Wetterling. Strange Boy. Jake Chambers. The eye-catching blonde boy. Jake Chambers was psychic. We listened to the radio in our heads. Jacob and Nathan, Daniel and Samuel. 12. Birthday of psychic Jacob Tremblay. October. 5. The graceful boy. Jacob was dead. Triumph of King Freak. I'm a zombie entertainer. Rob Zombie. Frightening X. Torture. Nicholas the Crimson King. Xmas Captain Spaulding. Caning Bad Satan. 24 Strokes. Caning was X. 24. Santa. Triumph of King Friedrich Nicholas, Danny Heinrich. Killer of the Zombie, Jacob Wetterling, the Dead Boy. 2 + 2 + 2 is 6. 6. September 6. X days after Friday the 13th. 2 × 2 × 2 is 8. Teresa. 68 is Teresa. Number 20. 20 years in Changi prison. The world is only evil when you become its slave. Henry J. M. Nouwen, Catholic theologian. Jake Chambers went into battle against vampires with a Catholic priest named Father Callahan in the Dark Tower. Father Callahan from Jerusalem's Lot. The world is only evil when you become its slave. Ravenna. Rose. Ravenna. Rose. 3 6s are 18. The R name is Rose. Rose and Jacob. Rose and Bradley, played by Jacob. Rebecca and Jacob. And the first cop I ever told my abduction, the first cop I ever talked to about my abduction, her name was Rebecca Tremblay. Might have been Rebecca Tremby. Not sure on the last name. Spelling, that is. The Dark One is empowered and rejuvenated by the steam. Rebecca, Rose, Ravenna. Rose the Hat in the Dr. Sleep movie. Eternal Youth. The Beauty of Ravenna and Rose. The Hat. At the expense of Bradley Trevor, played by Jacob Tremblay, on his 12th birthday. On Thursday, 5th of October, 2017. Deliberate torture. Oh, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just that we need to do this for the greater good, you know. Yeah, and spell dog backward, you get God. The problem with some children is that they won't stay dead. And you can't censor them out of existence, because they'll keep dividing. That's the thing about fire angels. They'll just keep dividing themselves. Like daffodil bulbs in a garden, underground where you can't see. The twin vents of Steamboat Giza. the big dragon of Wyoming. It's gone off 141 times in this active phase. So if it goes off again, that'll be 142. Western Park. If it goes off again, the Phoenix, the boy who put me onto Steamboat Giza, was 13-year-old Nathan Breeze, the boy from Kinglake West in Victoria, the boy who is now with Jacob Wetzeling from Minnesota. 13 and 11. 24. Nathan born on the 24th. "24 days after Friday the 13th. It'll be September 6th. It'll be Monday. An Aussie connection to the Serpent Dragon of Wyoming. The steam train. Puffing steam. Consent is everything. Consent is light. Light is graceful. The light touch of Yiming Yuan. A gentle person with a loving heart. A kind spirit. In his letter, Alicia's brother writes that he is resigned to his fate and places his faith in God. In the end, I don't think any of this matters. Time froze at 11:04:52. Friday, 13th of August, 2021. 52 is devil. 52 is riddle. Jacob was 11. And the name Jacob is 31. Yiming Yuan was 31 when he was caned. 31, the reflection of 13. 24 strokes of the hurricane. For DJ Ming, imprisoned in hell, like Snow White in the tower, having been tricked with a poisoned apple. In the end, I don't think any of this matters. Not that it's not important to fight for what is right, or that we should go about our lives apathetically, he says, adding, but my new mantra is very few things matter, and nothing matters much at all. He told the magistrate he wanted to contribute to society and still be able to live his life. He requested that his sentence be reduced from 20 years to 7, and from 20 strokes of the rattan cane to 15. His request was rejected, not just by the magistrate, but by the president of Singapore. So who are the torturers? Who are the people who support torture of petty criminals? He ends by reverting to Frank Sinatra. So now the end is near, and I face the final curtain, he says. I bid you adieu. And don't worry, I'm okay. Ming's older sister, Alicia, 32, who last week told the Mail she was amazed her brother withstood 24 strokes without passing out, has spent every day since desperate for news. 24 strokes. Grace is 34. This week, a censored letter arrived via prison email, parts of which Ewan's two sisters and mother have decided to share publicly. A censored letter. That's what they do, they censor. Authoritarians. They censor and they imprison. They're victims. His words brim with a burning sense of injustice, not just for himself, but others who have also suffered, or might in the future. And he sends this impassioned plea from his prison cell. I want the British public and international community to stand with me to put an end to caning. It was absolutely brutal, unnecessary, unjust, and immoral. And I hope someone will be able to recognize the evil and do something about it. The aftermath isn't pleasant, and it's left my patootie in a bit of a mess. Currently, I'm lying down on my stomach and have to intermittently wipe the sides of my legs as the blood keeps sweating from my cheeks. He adds, my only consideration is that I don't want to have been caned for nothing. Ewan, known for his humour, typically tries to make light of his ordeal by borrowing Frank Sinatra's lyrics to his classic song My Way. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. He writes, I think I took it with commendable equanimity. It was painful, but what is pain? Temporal matters don't really concern me much, although it hasn't changed how I feel about the whole thing. I feel a lot of relief that it's finally over, but at the same time, a bit disappointed that there's nothing left to fight. As for the sentence, I guess I don't have a choice but to accept it. Abduction victims don't have a choice. That's why they are abduction victims. Abduction victims have no rights, and they have no options, no choices. Everything is decided for them by the perpetrators of the abuse, who sometimes are the lawmakers. My Way by Frank Sinatra. And now the end is near. And so I face the final curtain, my friend. I'll say it clear. I'll state my case. .38 is fire. 24 strokes of fire. I was talking about a place called Dundee. It's 13 degrees in Canberra. And it's now the 14th. It's 1:38 p.m. The 13th of the 8th. 1:38 is Yiming Yuan. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain, my friend. I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I travelled each and every highway. And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and saw it through, without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway. And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you know, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all and stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me, I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got, if not himself? Then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. The DJ way. The White Witch and Aslan the Lion. Aslan with Edmund, the boy. Edmund equals 61. Pain of Edmund, Ebony. Miracle of David Breeze, 61. Jesus and Satan. The Lion, the Witch, and the Brat in the Wardrobe. Edmund. 13-year-old Nathan Breeze. If Steamboat goes off again, it'll be number 142. 14 is DJ. "11-year-old Jacob Wetzling from St. Joseph, Minnesota, and 13-year-old Nathan Breeze from Kinglake West, Victoria. Although Nathan is also from Darwin, in the Northern Territory. Jake is now with Nathan. Nathan is now with Jake. The Book of Henry. Henry with a H. Henry with a Y. A Y at the end. On the name list it has an I instead of a Y. The Book of Henry. In last year's dream, DJ Ming was manually pushing a tiny plane out onto an oval. Once he got the propeller spinning fast enough, he jumped into the cockpit and the tiny plane somehow managed to take off successfully, with him piloting it. The DJ joined a squadron of similar small planes, heading north. They were heading north. Jacob Tremblay, playing the part of Peter, the younger brother of Henry, in the Book of Henry. In this year's dream, I didn't know the boy sitting in among the group of young kids. I didn't know his name, yet I knew. I called him Luke. Lucas, he replied. Not Luke, Lucas. Lucas. Or Claus. Claws. They have their claws in me. I was Santa Claus for a Christmas party. I was the DJ. I was entertaining everybody. It's what I love to do. Entertain people. Bring people together and entertain people. That was my passion. That was my joy. That was my life. That was my love. But a shadow fell over my eye. From the pom-pom of a Christmas hat. X equals 24. Santa, Satan, the boy with the lion. Yiming Yuan in prison, the one who shines. Of course, he knew what was going to happen. He didn't know, but he knew. The DJ. Thursday, the 19th of August, 2021. 47 days before Tuesday, the 5th of October, 2021. Jacob Tremblay will be turning 16. The boy who played the part of the torture victim, the murder victim. Aslan is 47. John is 47. 4 and 7 is 11. The age of the boy in the Dark Tower. Jake Chambers, whose real name is John Chambers, but he goes by Jake because that's his choice. He prefers Jake, but his real name is John. 47. The 11-year-old boy. Jake. Shine, good DJ. Satan, Santa. 5 5s are 25, and Jack is 25. Danny's dad in The Shining. Jack Torrance, played by Jack Nicholson. Baddie equals 25. 2 and 5 is 7. Black Saturday, 7th of February, 2009. The Black Date of Crystal and Nathan. 173 people perished in those firestorms. Nathan is now with Jake. The boy from Minnesota. Jacob and his puppy. Jacob and his puppy. The 11-year-old boy. Jacob. Cute puppy. Yeah. And spell dog backward, you get God. 147 is drug trafficker. 148 is the Dark Tower. 14 is DJ. And 149, that's Martin Swain. Martin Swain. The DJ is a bad boy, but he's also a healer. 49's healer. Garden Pond. Martin Swain turning 19.